At first glance, it looks like a normal painting. Pearls on the table, golden vessels, exotic shells. Everything seems so perfectly beautiful. But there's one thing that chills you more than all these shining objects: the girl's eyes. Those eyes don't just look, they seem to call you, as if reminding you that the story of those who once lived here has already ended. This is the Paston treasure. But was it truly a treasure or a message? Sometimes precious things are created not to be kept, but to be buried. No one knows who painted it. In the 17th century, during a time when wealthy English families used portraits to display their identity, one such family, the Pastons, was famous for their wealth, education, and rare collections. To immortalize their treasures, they invited an unknown artist who captured every piece of pride, every object, every memory of their home, all in one painting. Pearls, silver cups, rare shells, clocks, and musical instruments. Everything was arranged with stunning detail. But the strange thing is, everything in the painting looks alive, except the two people shown in it. A black servant and a little girl. Their faces have that coldness which exists only in memories or shadows of the past. Looking at them, it doesn't feel like a family portrait. It feels like a silent announcement of a lost home. But here's what shocks historians. The painting shows people who might not even have been alive when it was created. At first sight, the Paston treasure seems like a portrait of a family's glory, but when historians examined it closely, they were stunned. Many of the objects didn't belong to that time. Some were from after the family's decline, and the strangest of all, the little girl. It is said that she had already died before the painting was even made, so how is she here? Behind her, there's a clock, but it has no hands, as if time itself stopped the moment the family's story ended. A withered rose, an extinguished candle, and a broken violin. Each of them symbolizes a kind of loss, as if this painting is a funeral in disguise. And that black servant sitting beside her, some researchers suggest she might be the ghost portrait of the family's last living member, which means this entire painting could be a final group portrait of the dead. Was this treasure really a memory of the family, or was it a curse from the Paston house that still remains trapped inside the painting? Now look closely at the black servant in the background. She doesn't appear immediately, but as you keep watching, it feels like her eyes are watching everything. Every bit of wealth, every treasure, every loss, all of it lies before her. She seems to be the truest face of the painting. The silent witness who saw everything but never spoke. Scholars say she might have been the last living witness of the family, silently bearing the fleeting life of the people and the objects. Some historians believe she was the one who carried the real story of the Paston's end in her heart. Everything in this painting looks expensive, yet lifeless. The broken lute, the silent clock, untouched food, scattered silverware, none of them feels like part of a celebration. It feels more like a funeral. The clock without hands signifies frozen time, and the broken instruments symbolize silent joy. If you look carefully, you'll realize this painting doesn't just show you something, it's looking back at you. Perhaps the artist could never complete it, and they say whatever remains unfinished never truly ends. If you look closely at the globe in the painting, you can see the faint shape of a skull reflected in it. You won't notice it easily. Only in high-resolution scans, the subtle skull reflection appears. Some historians believe the painting is a symbol of death itself. Many also say the painting consumed its artist. The man who created it slowly lost himself in obsession. That's why several sections of the artwork appear unfinished. After this painting was completed, the Paston family's fortune collapsed. Their mansion was looted, their paintings scattered. But the Paston treasure somehow survived, as if the painting was saving its own story. The painting survived but the family did not. Some people claim that when viewed in person, the reflection in the glass doesn't show your own, but someone else's shadow, as if an old spirit behind the painting is still watching you, still trapped inside. The artist who painted it never came forward. Some records say his death was mysterious too, and perhaps he left a trace of his soul within the painting. They say his brushstrokes still seem to change, as if he's still trying to finish it. Those who approached the painting closely reported hearing faint whispers, as if someone softly calling a name. Maybe it's the same little girl or the black servant still trying to tell her unfinished story. People who have visited it multiple times say that, for a brief moment, the clock inside the painting shows its hands, but the moment you look away, they vanish again, as if time itself is trapped within the painting. Some art researchers believe the candle's flame, the broken violin, and the withered rose are not mere objects, but a secret code representing the 3 deaths in the family: the extinguished flame, the father's death, the broken violin, the mother's, and the withered rose, the little girl's. An old legend says the Paston family once turned to a forbidden ritual to protect their fortune, and this painting was a part of that ritual. It said, whoever stares at this painting for too long becomes cursed by it. Some rare visitors noticed that the color of the girl's eyes changes, sometimes blue, sometimes gray, as if she looks at every person differently. In the last 200 years, many collectors who owned this painting died mysteriously. Some burned inside their homes, some vanished without a trace. And yet, every single time, the painting was found unharmed. If you look closely, beneath the painting lies an incomplete shadow, one that doesn't belong to any person. Some say it's the unfinished soul of the artist himself, forever bound to the painting. It's said that the room where this painting is kept is always a few degrees colder than the rest of the house, and sometimes moisture on the wall forms the faint shape of the girl's face. The Paston treasure still exists, safely preserved in a museum in London. But they say, at night, if you look at it closely enough, the girl blinks at you, and then you realize some treasures are not meant to be kept. They're meant to be buried. I'm curious. Art changes depending on the eyes that see it. So tell me, what does this piece become when you look at it? Comment below, and thanks for watching.